Time for some more comic book reviews. I noticed on the last couple of videos I was getting pretty bushy, so I jumped in the shower and trimmed down, but my razor ran out, so it's a little thicker on this side than this side still, so got that charging. Yes, I know I look like a freak. I was thinking when I was in there, I was thinking about my hair because I haven't paid for a haircut. The last haircut I paid for was 1988, 89, right around there. It was the last time. But I always let the hair just grow out. And then, of course, my wife cleans me up every now and then when sees a video and I start having the horns coming off my eyebrows and the giant hair growing off my ear or something like that. But yeah, I think it's the last time I paid for a haircut has to be 88, 89. Quite some time. To stay looking this damn good. All right. We got Kid Slapshot versus the Lou-Natic. Lots of fun covers, of course, come with these. Is the what is this? The Spider-Man 300 parody cover that everybody does. I always get confused whether it's Spider-Man 300, Spawn, or Venom. I think is the other one. There's been so many that have copied that cover that I couldn't even tell you the origination. I think it's a Spider-Man 300. But I always like those covers. And he's got lots of other great ones. I know. I think I might have showed off some other ones I got from here. I love the zombie one I got. I know for sure. I think this round I got like 4 or 5 of the covers. But this was a lot of fun, as usual. As Kid Slapshot always is. And in this episode, we get to see the Lou-Natic get himself in trouble while dealing with Kid Slapshot that he's aggravated with for the little shit-headed things that kid did to him in the past after he gave Kid special powers. As always, beautiful color popping pages, wonderful artwork. It awesome centerfold with each book. You got the letters page. Shots off the crossbar. He calls his letters page. This one again. I got myself an image of mine in there. And Anthony from Crimson Color Comic Club also got a picture in there. But the story is just still a blast. I can't wait to see where it goes. I know there might be a little break in between issues, but every issue is a wonderful standalone one shot. You get caught up on each issue easily. You don't need to read them all. They all flow perfectly as a standalone comic, but I suggest get them all. Get multiple copies, get different covers. There's a lot of fun ones out there. But yeah, it sounds like there might be a little break between the next issues coming out, just because Troy's putting his hands in lots of other uh, projects, which is great because we'll follow all of them. And hopefully he'll get back to Slapshot soon, and we'll get lots of more good things in the near future because the spot that we're at's the spot that I like the most from the originated storyline, to see some things that are coming back from the past, hopefully. We'll see what happens. But I don't want to give anything away, so let's get on with it. We got Madam Satan, Hell on Earth one shot from Archie Comics. This was probably my least liked issue of Madam Satan, just because the other ones were nice standalone styles. This one kind of leaves you hanging. So, but you're dealing with Jinx, you're dealing with Madam Satan, the issues they have going on between each other, and it's a fun story of a battle of the witches, but it leaves you hanging. So the other ones, Chilling Adventures presents comics that they've done, pretty much stood on their own. So I was kind of surprised that this one had you in the hanging zone, but some just want to watch the world burn. After Madam Satan waged war on Baxter High, hell descended upon Earth, and even she isn't safe. Madam Satan seeks refuge from the forces of Lucifer in a random suburban home, and who she meets there is surprising. But is this a powerful person, or a friend, or foe? And can the two of them work together to summon eldritch terrors and stop Satan's rampage? It's got works done by Elliot Rahal, Vincenzo Federici, Ellie Wright, and Jack Morelli. But yeah, I enjoyed it, but I just was not expecting a Hank to be left knowing there's going to be something associated to it in the future. It's a continuation to me. Yeah, I'll still buy them. What's up with them? Oh yeah, this one I really wish would have went longer, and I have a feeling we'll definitely be seeing more of these, and it'll go on more in the future. It's got the perfect storyline. It's your slasher style, fun 80s feel story, but acid trippy. We got Pink Elephant, issue 3, the final issue. This is a short 3-issue run, as you can see. A little bit smaller than a comic, but nice, solid issues. Lots of fun. We always got our little old lady on her bicycle, cruising around, singing her song. If you want to play, you better start running now. The pink killer will find you. There is no place to hide. The pink butcher will hunt you down and chop your head off. I love the little old lady. This is done by E. Pliskin, Benson Chin, Luciana, Dolphy, Benson Chin, Harumi, Tokoyashi, Yoshi. A couple names that are kind of crossed off. We got our pink elephant murder. That's after everybody, and it's all because of a little container full of pink elephant acid sheets. Or acid, not sheets, but little squares of acid inside a little pink elephant box. And character happens to take some, and when you steal something, it can get you in trouble. And it just so happens that there's a connection to those little cubes of acid and or little paper. Damn, I can't even think of what we call them. Uh, but yeah, just the little pieces of paper, stick it on your tongue, and hope that you're going to a world that you're not going to wake up in, and after the trip is over. because this world that they go for a trip on, these kids end up in a pretty goofed up place. But it's very wonderful, well done horror story slasher 80s kind of creep show mixed with slasher mixed with Tales from the Crypt, crossed over with Twilight Zone. You could even say there's a little bit of everything in this book that you could see influence wise. But yeah, it was fun. Really hope we get more of those in the very near future. We got Sabrina the Teenage Witch Annual Spectacular #1 from Archie Comics. It's Sabrina Spellman versus the Wicked Trinity. Brand new story. Power of 3. Amber Nightstone, Sabrina's new nemesis, refuses to be defeated, and her power in numbers is growing. Now with two brand new comrades, Jade and Sapphire, by her side, Amber has a thirst for power. She decides to kidnap any magic doers she can find, including members of Sabrina's family, sequestering them away to gain their magical insights. Sabrina's going to have to go at defeating Amber and her cronies alone, unless she can find other magical beings to help her out. All that plus more magical Sabrina content. There is a huge variety of influencers in this book. Don't want to go down the whole list, but lots of fun stories, complete stories. Again, you get your power of 3, little battle storyline going on, and seeing the different witch characters along the way. It's fun catching up on all their doings, and then we get into a little. What is this one called? Oh, this one's just a Sabrina the Teenage Witch story. Originally printed in Archie's Madhouse #22 back in 1962 for Halloween. But in this story, we get to learn about witches, see what kind of things you can and cannot do to them, ways you can identify a witch, all that. We learn about them, and it's a fun little story that Sabrina takes us through a learning little adventure. And then we got Sabrina Spook Out, where she's working with another witch, going off to go play with the boys at a haunted house, and she's not really, she runs into him and they decide to tag along with her, but she has to go get something for the other witch, and the place she has to go to is a haunted house, and the guys just, they tag along. She tries to use her powers to do whatever she has to keep things from getting out of hand. Oh yeah, Sabrina the Court Gesture, where she sticks her hand into a basketball game, helping out Archie and Reggie, bouncing them around, doing things to influence their performances while they're hassling each other. Then we got a young Salem in Scaredy Cat story, which we get to see Salem before he was a cat, which was a fun thing. Nice when you get the backstories on the Salem character, because if you just watch the show and stuff like that, you just know him as the cat character. You don't really know much about his past history. Then they give you some character bios in the back of the book and stuff, and it's just lots of fun stories. Great little Halloween spectacular, annual spectacular right around the Halloween season. Is another fun one for our October pile. And we got Silver Surfer Rebirth Legacy, number 1 and number 2. This one's a really interesting story that we're going with right now. We got Janice Bell and a surfer that end up getting into some twists and turns where they're getting put into different realms, and Janice Bell kind of gets sent off somewhere and ends up with a very interesting entity that he has to deal with, that I'm really looking forward to seeing what's going to happen when this Silver Surfer ends up dealing with that entity. And while that's all happening, Surfer comes across Warlock, and Warlock's like, "You did this, this, and this," and they get in a big battle over that, and he's like trying to explain that it wasn't him, that is whoever they seen, because he just arrived now at this point in time, so he wasn't there when all this stuff happened. So they assume that someone's just playing on his identity and making themselves look like him and getting other people to believe it's a surfer. So that's never a good thing. And it's interesting who you get to see is in charge of that ordeal. But yeah, we get to see some fun characters in this run again. I really enjoyed the first Silver Surfer Rebirth volume that came out like a year ago, and we reviewed those. And this one's turned out to top that one. As far as I'm concerned, this one's got me definitely sucked into wanting to know more about a certain character and stuff. So I'm liking what's happening there. If you like Surfer, definitely check those out. I'd go back to the first Rebirth volume if you haven't, and then hop on this one. Personally, if I were you, but I think these easily read standalone either volume. We got Spawn number 9. Number 9. Number 346. Our characters are getting deeper through the Hell Realms. They're dealing with some more of the angels and stuff, and kind of taking out what they have to get to the Callisto character and his cronies. And we finally get some news that we've been waiting for, as far as the whole throne thing again. And we also see how some of the evil entities are setting up to screw over other entities, such as we have our clown character make an appearance again, and he's making a deal with someone from the good side, supposedly, and he's going to cross him in the end, like he does everybody else. Same with Callisto putting a certain character in thought that he might get to take a seat at the throne, and we're getting other characters that are getting in their head that they might get to hop on the throne. So I think we're finally getting close to getting to a big battle, but I said that probably like 12 issues ago. So who knows what's going to happen. Hopefully we will, but we'll see. That was a nice stack. I think I'm going to stop with those because I got enough of a stack to do another nice 20-30 minute episode yet. We'll do that and have that out for you in the next day or 2 or 3. But yeah, we're back to reviewing a lot. I've been getting some reading in. I've also been getting a little sketching in, a little drawing in, not too much. But trying to get back to the way things were about 2 months ago before everything hit the shit show. Everything went wrong. So hopefully we can get our podcast back up and running to a decent amount and get some good entertainment out there for you. So keep following us, rate, review, tell a friend, and we will get back to you again within a day or 2. And we also got some audios that we've been putting up, but so far they're mostly multiple sclerosis related. Trying to get to some comic ones. I did just put the last previews out a week ago, I believe. Week and a half ago. Check those out too. Get previews of all the upcoming comics that are coming out in the next few months that you can pre-order or buy online or at your favorite comic shop or wherever. I'm rambling on and on and on. But rate, review, tell a friend at Under the Cull of MS. Check out Crimson Skull Comic Club, and we'll get back to you again soon.